What is it? Okay. Hey, welcome back to Dave and Joe Liberty
Hey,
Stand, everybody. And our topic on this discussion here is merit in your job and life.
And
is
life.
that right?
Right.
So what do you mean? What's that all about? What's merit?
I guess in a way, when I wrote that down, when I was thinking about it, I could have just put in your life, because your job is part of your life, assuming you're somebody who, has a job. But I wanted to break it off in two because of the whole. I mean, I'll go in both brackets here, both aspects of it. The job part, you know what, you are worth exactly what someone else that has a job for you, that has the money to pay you, thinks you're worth. I mean, I hear a lot of people, they talk. I'm not really a big sports guy, but they, oh, so and so, he gets this much a year, and he didn't do this year, and he didn't perform. Why is he getting paid this much? Well, because right now at this moment, that team thinks he's worth that much money, and they're willing to pay him for it. So you know what?
Yeah.
He's worth that much money.
That's crazy. How much
No.
the stars get. I mean, these athletes get paid.
No, it's not. It's called capitalism, and that means they're not stupid people that pay him this money. They're not just doling it out because they think
there's a reason,
because he's got a winning smile or whatever. I mean, there's a reason for it, and they know what it is. Maybe you don't, and it may not have anything to do with his athletic ability. Maybe he's a popular guy just because of his personality or whatever it is, or he sells whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's none of your business. It's between that person and the person paying them. And that's true in every single job, no matter how high or low it is.
But doesn't it jack up the price of tickets?
Again, if people pay, it's all called capitalism.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, man.
If people pay that,
if you want to pay that for a ticket,
you wouldn't believe ridiculous prices I paid for some of the music acts I like to see.
Oh,
and I'll tell you why. It's worth it to me to pay that to go see them.
Yeah, okay.
So
you're willing to make that.
I am willing
sacrifice.
to pay that price to go
Right.
see that person. And the same with the sporting team, because certain people are on it. I mean, I don't pay for that, but that's what makes the world go round. Everybody has their own thing, and it's the same in your personal life. How many friends do you have? Unless you're somebody that really don't like people or something. But I mean,
like,
would you like to have? I love people. Damn it! I don't
Dang
even know why I know
Darn
you.
it! I can't believe.
Get out of here. Anyway,
he's gonna hurt my feelings.
Maybe if you don't have people knocking down your door to get you to try to get you to do things, or want to be with you, or hang out, or call if they know you've been sick or something like that. I mean, well, maybe you should. Why? Are you not a good friend? Do you not have merit in your relationships with people? I mean,
yeah. What?
Which, oddly enough, goes back to the theme of the night. It seems like responsibility. I have a responsibility for my job. You know what my job is? As somebody that's employed by someone, to make them, for my efforts to make them, off my work, make as much money as possible. And if you do that, you will be rewarded for it. And if you're not, somebody else will notice that's a competitor, and you're gonna get money for it one way or another. If somebody else says, "Hey, why are you still working for this person?" and they make you an offer. And the same, with your personal life. What kind of girl are you gonna get? Well, are you willing to work for it, or do you just want to get, an easy chick from a bar one night or something? I mean, what is it you want out of your relationships or your job?
Hey, that's where I met my wife. So no, I'm kidding.
No, there's there's nothing wrong with bars. I love bars, and I love meeting women in bars, and I've met some of the best girls. I don't mean it like that.
They're probably better than you. I mean,
well, that's a low bar, so to speak.
Okay, I get it. The bar wasn't really lower. Okay,
but no, you get. I mean, I guess I'm just saying you get what you put into something.
Okay.
Merit. That's called merit. I understand now. I work for this. I'm trying.
Right.
I care about it, and I care enough to show and to put effort into it. You know.
Right. Well, and for me, I mean, I think, when I'm sitting there doing my work, my job, I know I'm accountable to God, number one, and then when with that, then my employer, number two, and then I'm obviously if there's a manager, if you have a manager, but
well, let me go back to what you just said. Like
order.
your first accountability is to God.
Right.
What does He want you to do?
He wants
anything you do. He wants you to do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah, do it as I'm doing it unto Him. Right. So, like, He is my boss, quote unquote. So I want to honor God.
So
in
your
what I
boss
do.
that pays you money benefits for your work ethic
because yes,
of that.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
They should. Yes.
And in turn,
and the other people will see that.
And
too.
In turn, you will be rewarded.
Yes. Right.
And I don't mean it.
Right.
Every time I say something like that, you always take it to the hereafter. I'm talking about now on top of the ground stuff. You will. I love it. Receive benefits for that. You will. You will have.
Well, I was thinking that too, even though you didn't give me the credit. But I know what you're saying, though.
I've known you long enough to know what
the perspective of where. Yeah, no. Did you see that? It's a funnel. No, but I like that though. I appreciate that because I think that to keep that in perspective, that does help.
It helps all across the board.
Well, because one thing I'd say too, Dave, is like all this stuff going on around us. It helps to realize, okay, wait, God's still in control. And I don't have to allow this stuff to overwhelm me and overcome me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we should be aware of it. We should do what we can, but yet don't take the fact out that God is still in control. But I love the discussion about the Merritt. I think that's a great topic. Yeah.
On an individual basis, God's in control if you listen to Him and you actually want Him to be. If you can be in control. But guess what?
Ultimately,
that usually doesn't.
Yeah.
If you're not using ethics and morals from the biblical, then you're going to
reap what you sow.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Kind of thing, and that actually goes back to Merritt, I think, too.
Well, it does.
Reap what you sow.
Exactly.
It's kind of tied in there.
It does. It does.
Good. Good.
If I'm doing the least I can do at my job and just going, hey, I get paid no matter what at the end of the week. Well, you're not going to get paid at the end of the week anymore because the guy's going to go, these other guys are busting their ass and you're sitting around, leaning on a shovel or whatever.
But
you got to go now. And,
and do we get in trouble though? Because and I don't want to rip on unions or government work and things like that.
Please do. I would love that.
Well, I don't know enough about unions myself. That's not really an era that I grew up in or that I was affected by. But, why do you say that? Are there problems with that, and why? With the government or union, or how does...
Because it's not a capitalist system. It's a micromanaged bullshit system, and a union is just somebody that takes they are basically an arm of the government. The union is.
Okay.
I mean, do you know who really makes out well in a union? Well, the top people, the bosses. I don't mean the bosses over this group of union workers.
Right.
I mean like the head people of that, because it's a marriage. Why do you think the unions always donate to the Democrat Party? They make sure that the rules and laws are changed in their favor, and then they get more money to try to get more union support. And when they get money, they have to take that money and give it back to the government to get elected again. Give it to them in candidates to support their candidacy. The pro-union Democrats, which is basically Democrats. And it's just a relationship with them, and that's what that is. That stifles capitalism.
Right.
Which capitalism promotes merit. you get paid compared to how much you are worth to the person you're working for.
Where in a union you can get away with
You could be the laziest
murder
person
and get paid just as much
is
as
the hardest worker
Yeah.
there. Right.
Yeah, okay.
There's no upside to being the having a work ethic and to trying really hard to do your best.
Well, and I think one thing that I've heard from about unions is they stepped in. They were formed because workers were being
No,
mistreated.
there was a
different
time. There was a time in the
Okay.
during the start of the Industrial Revolution where there was a lot of unsafe practices going on and a lot of
in factories or
so there was
businesses.
there was probably a time and a place
for something
for
like
something
that.
like that. We've outgrown that. We don't have it. I mean, my gosh, people record
OSHA.
stuff all the time. Well, we don't even need OSHA anymore. Everybody can record anything on their phone, and if something bad's going on, some law's getting broke,
We can
people-
be our own watchdog.
right? We don't
Yeah.
need them anymore.
Because
So
OSHA's
why
government,
should
right?
we pay? Yes.
Yeah.
Why should we pay somebody else to be our nanny?
Because
I mean,
to remove that powers, there's too much
colossal
power. Yeah.
now.
Well, yeah,
Because
go
they
ahead.
are an arm of the government
Yeah.
now. You
Well, because
can't
it's just
get-
like when Ted Cruz was talking about what he would do, he would disband so many arms of the government.
Right.
Because they're not necessary, but that's not going to happen.
No.
No one's going to let him get in there to do that because there's so much corruption in it.
And even if he got in there, that'd be a struggle to get
yeah,
that passed.
to get it done. And
But
because
at
he was
least-
talking about the IRS and stuff,
right. But I'll tell you what, I think in his first 2 years before the next elections come up for, like if he was the guy to get it,
Yeah.
and he tried to do that, and the people in his own party voted it down, if they were still a majority, which they would have been if he had won, because he'd had the coattails to take him in.
Oh, right.
Guess what happens next election? Whoever's running against the Republicans that voted down on that in the primary, they get elected in, and those other guys would be elected out. And because that's why he would have won. That's why Trump is such a big deal now, and because people truly believe he's the guy that's going to get things done.
Change.
I don't believe this. I don't believe it at all. He has no problem with big government, but it doesn't matter. Truth matters not. It's all about perception, and that's the problem, and that's going to be the downfall of us. But basically, we went way off the tracks here.
No, it's okay.
Merritt. No, it's not, because we're going to label this Merritt, and it's.
Yeah, but we focus. It's good focus.
But
Good job. I'm proud of
it. Even like I said, even in our own relationships,
we gotta wrap it up.
think about it. Be a good husband. Be a good dad. Be a good mother.
Responsibility.
Responsibility,
Yeah.
because it will pay off.
It's a tough. It will pay off
in
It
your
does.
financial life and in your friendships and in your
Right.
family. It will pay off if you're somebody.
But what you
married.
invest into other people's lives, I think
Absolutely.
that's your work, and
Absolutely.
every aspect.
You have volunteered to be part of this team,
Yeah.
and you, by God, fight for it like it's your very life, because it is.
Yeah. Well, and I think
I
I think we take things for granted, and as a whole, and I feel like I do. I can say it for myself, and so I want to try to do better. So I would hope you guys
Let's
would
all do
encourage you.
better. Let's all do better, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Yep.
See
God
you
bless
later.
you. Thanks a lot, everybody.